instructing and showing what is bhakti, how to do bhakti, and the associates of Chaitanya so beautifully living it, so we could hear, so we could see, and we could live. Śrī Caitanya Charitamritam ki jaya. Vaninada Patnaikam. Vaninada Patnaikam. Aharnisha Avishranta Nāma Lila. Avishranta Nāma is being with Nāma. Being with Nāma uninterruptedly. Even if everything is going fine with the body, with things around, bodies, everything going fine. Then also Avishranta Nāma. If some disturbance has happened to this body or bodies, then also Avishranta Nāma. Bodies are there, disturbances come. Bodies are there. Once karma is there, disturbances come and go. All the bodies have to face the disturbances. All the bodies, all the embodied beings. Body is not a pleasant one. It's a bag of pain that one knows as the body gets old. So when the body is there, body-related stuff will go on. Body-related stuff will go on, but the body's bodies too. So then also Avishranta Nāma. These things will go on anyway. And that is the main thing for the devotees. Because if at all there is some pain that has to come, it is generally through the bodies only. Because of the potency of bhakti, Adi, Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika. So those tapas are minimized so much that there is no big disturbance. There is no big disturbance with the mind. When the mind is with Nāma, Avishranta Nāma, then when it is so nicely, blessedly attached to the Lord, where will be the attachment to the external proceedings of the world? So there is no tapa. There is no tapa, no misery because of the mind. The only misery because of the mind is Ainanda Tanuja Kinkara Patitam Vishami Bhavampata. Vishami Bhavampata. That's the only misery. Only misery is not being with Kṛṣṇa. Not being with Kṛṣṇa. Not being with the Lord. Even for a moment. That's the greatest misery. Nothing else. Nothing else is a misery here. Nothing else is a misery. So, Nāma, Avishranta Nāma. Avishranta Nāma. Avishranta Nāma goes on because the devotee perceives something in the Nāma. Otherwise, how can it go on Avishranta? With no Vishranti, with no interruption. How can it go on? unless a devotee is perceiving something in the Nama. We generally tend to think, I will chant, I am chanting. But what is chanting? What is Nama? Nama is Bhagavan. Nama is being with Bhagavan. So being with Nama. So with the mercy of Śrī Guru and Śrī Harinama, when they allow us to be with the Nama, who would want to stop? Who would want to stop being with the Nama? So in that state, Avishranta Nama goes on. You know, Vadinath Patnaik, when he was jailed with the family. So it's not that these devotees are mendicants, sannyasis, mendicants. They officially got cut off with the family relationships. And then they are roaming around. They are not like that. These devotees are not like that. Not like, they are actually with their families. Vadinath Patnaik was with family. Means they are in the place of caregivers. There are dependents on the family. Wife, children were dependent on one another. But these devotees, they are dependent on Guru and Krishna. They are dependent on Guru and Krishna and the Nama constantly. They are dependent on Guru and Krishna. So they are not carrying the weight. They are not carrying the weight. 1 second, devotees, please be on hold. I have to take this call. I will return to it. So, yeah. Thank you. I had to take that call, devotees. Thank you. So, dependence, right? Yeah. It's not that we have to put the weight of this family members, the dependents. We have to put the weight of their health, weight of their future, weight of their safety, weight of their life, weight of their desires. Weight, all that weight. We don't have to put that on ourselves. So, when we are putting that weight on us, Shastra calls us as the donkeys carrying the load. When we put the weight like that, weight of the family on us in the name of responsibility, that is load carrying donkey. Vaishnavas are not load carrying donkeys. They are not. Vaishnavas are dependent on Sharanagati Bhakta Mukhya Lakshana. Dependence on the Lord is the chief characteristic of a Vaishnava. Only then I am called a Vaishnava. How do I know I am depending on Guru and Krishna? I shouldn't be feeling any load, any weight of anything of this world. And then what about the care of the dependence, all that? When we are dependent on Guru and Krishna, when our consciousness is like that, then we will see that all the responsibilities, the dependence care is very well carried by Krishna. He takes that load. So we have to come to that platform. That is for our own good. Why do we have to carry the load? Unnecessary load. For whose good? No good for the dependents, no good for us. So Sharanagati Bhakta Mukhya Lakshana. So our bhakti should go in that direction. Dependent on Guru and Krishna. When we are dependent on the instruction of Guru, when we are dependent on the Nāma, then this quality of dependence, we get a taste of it. That's when our actual bhakti is starting. It's very auspicious. When we hear about this real bhakti, what actually bhakti means, real bhakti, pure bhakti, we should feel very grateful. We should feel very elated. We should feel like, hey Bhagavan, this is so wonderful. We should feel like, oh, this is so nice. When would that happen, please? So we should feel enlivened like that. We should feel more blessed. Because it is more auspiciousness coming to us when we hear these matters of real bhakti. Because it is this kind of bhakti that helps us immensely, both materially and spiritually. Again, there is nothing material about a devotee. It causes great auspiciousness for us and everyone around us, including the family. So why to dread that matter? Why to put it on the shelf somewhere else and then say, okay, that matter is there. Dependence matter, whatever, it is there on the shelf. Yeah, let me just finish my rounds. Let me just do this. Okay, done. Why get caught up like that? For how long are we going to get caught up like that? For what? Why? What good is that doing to us? So, it's not that this has to happen somewhere in the future, sometime. We should know that this is bhakti. Sharanagata Bhakta Mukhya Lakshana. Dependence on Guru and Krishna. Dependence on instruction of Guru and Nāma. Why can't it start now? Now. Why can't I be prayerfully vigilant throughout the day about this dependence on Guru, Guru's instruction and Nāma? Why can't the auspiciousness be invited now? Actually, our life should be in auspiciousness, in the auspiciousness. It's not that we have to attain these things as goals sometime in the future. If I start doing now, maybe. No. We can't get stuck in that concept. Such conditioned thinking. When the mercy is being poured by Gauranga Mahāprabhu, Acharyas, why do we make plans and come up with our own agenda of first this and that and this and that and maybe sometime later in the future? Why get caught up in that kind of thinking? Mercy comes as it is pouring. We just become the cup and take it. It's foolish if we don't do that. Really foolish. So foolish. Here we are very thirsty. Then, when the water is coming, you cup your hands and drink. life is, when the life is miserable, there is not enough water and you are thirsty, and then when the water is flowing, you stand at a distance. You make a plan. I know, I see the water is flowing, but I'm really busy. Maybe I'll just take a little sip and then I have to run. Let the water flow. I have to run. Take a little sip. I'll come back and I'll take a little sip. And when I'm falling, really falling down, dying with thirst, and then I'll come back. I'll take a little sip. Why like that? So we don't want to get stuck in that kind of mood and mentality. When Guru and Gauranga are pouring the mercy, we should just let that come in. Otherwise, dear devotees, we may think we can do this bhakti will happen with me, with my plans, and I will go, with my plan, and then I will do this first, and then later, that kind of plan. Bhakti doesn't happen like that. We don't place bricks in bhakti. That is all planning, doing bhakti, getting stuck on that platform. So that mentality, that kind of thinking, we don't have to get stuck there. We can just receive as it comes, and that's how. Only when we are receiving it like that quality of dependence comes. The taste of dependence comes. Not with this mind, and not with this discriminative intelligence, not like that. Okay, so that's Vaninada Patnaika, Avishranta Nāma. Our lives are supposed to be like this, Avishranta. Our days are supposed to be like this, Avishranta. Because Sharanagati Bhakta Mukhya Lakshana. How am I a Vaishnava without Avishranta Nāma? That's Vaninada Patnaika. So Vaninada Patnaika, he was put in jail. The whole family was put in jail, but he would go on with the Nāma, go on with the anchor. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. You are the controller, Krishna. Everybody is yours, Krishna. All this is happening. You are here, Krishna. I am taking shelter of you, Krishna. Can't budge a bit from here, Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. That's all. So that's Vaninada Patnaika and Avishranta Nāma. And what time is it? Do we have for Gauranga Mahāprabhu? Yeah. So Gauranga Mahāprabhu. Yeah. So the Bhavananda Rai, the brothers are there, Vaninath Patnaik, Gopinath Patnaik, Raya Ramananda, and the other two brothers, all of them, they are government servants. And each one of them, Raya Ramananda just left everything aside. And he was with Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So his position is like that. Exalted, modes that doesn't touch him. His position is like that. Gopinath Patnaik, a little bit of attachment, worldly attachment. That was the condition for Gopinath Patnaik, and he was purified. And Vadinath Patnaik, we saw that his attachment was also great with Avishrantana. So, like this, all these devotees are there. So here, for us, when we take shelter of our Gurudevas when we take Diksha. The Gurudevs, they are meant to give us Krishna spiritual enlightenment, engage us in the seva. So they are meant totally for spiritual purpose. But what they have to go through with us, oh Govinda, we don't let them do what they have to do with us. We are very blinded materially. They tolerate us so much. Yeah. And they tolerate us so much. Govinda, Govinda, Govinda. So that's why, sadhus, sadhus' first quality is titikshava. Titikshava karunika suhrudo sarvade ajata shatra shanta sadhava sadhu pusha. Titiksha, they tolerate, they're compassionate. So, yeah, they see us. They see us when we are, when our behavior is really haunted, like haunted by modes, the way we talk. Everything is under the influence of modes. So they look at us and they say, alas, poor, poor beings, haunted by modes. And that's one thing. And second thing is when we demand them, yeah, it has to happen like this. Why didn't you say something? Why didn't you do something? When I am going through this, why didn't you say something? Why didn't you do something? ये क्या है? So that kind of mentality is no good for the sadhakas. No good. They have Krishna. They want to give us Krishna, but we force them to put aside Krishna that they want to give us, and we drag them into our situation, into our mental situation, into our family situation, into our turmoils. We drag them. We shouldn't do that. We don't drag them. We should simply pray and receive Krishna as they give us. We should just simply receive Krishna. They will continue to give us Krishna. We should simply receive Krishna. And only when we are receiving Krishna from them, their instruction, their Vani from them, without our without tying them up with our entangling business. If we simply hear what they have to say and don't demand, don't disrespect, don't have resentment that they did not do something or they did something. It is all our dirt. They are on a platform of sadhu. So if we don't do any of these things and simply respectfully receive what they have to say, then that is for our good. That's how Krishna will get into our situation through their Vani, through their instruction. Yeah. So when we receive this Vani and instruction and guidance and words that come out from them as such, without us dragging them into our situation or having resentment or demand expectation, with none of those things in our consciousness. If we just prayerfully receive what they have to say, that's how Krishna comes into our lives and then solves our difficulties and gives us the strength. That's how our entanglement goes away. So that's how we should be, the disciples. We should see Guru for who he is. Guru is the giver of Krishna. I shouldn't drag him into my material situations. and force him to do something, force him to say something. It's so not good at all. So much they tolerate. So, like that, it is unfortunate when a disciple does that. Because Guru wants to Krishna, they want to pick us up and place where they are. They are with Krishna. We should allow that to happen. Then it will be good for us. And when we have Krishna, then whoever are there, entangle the family members, it will be good for them too when we receive Krishna. And Krishna goes to them too. So with Gurudevas, we should be like that. They are givers of Krishna. We should let them be like that. See them like that. It's not so good to have very informal interactions and thinking about Gurudevs. All of them, they just behave accordingly to make us feel comfortable. They just gear themselves so we feel comfortable. If we just drag them to the informal platform like that, then they will also be informal, but we will not be receiving much of Krishna from them like that. Gurus are gurus, givers of Krishna. They should be seen like that. They should be thought like that. And they should be treated like that. So, Krishna, that's there with them and come to us. Like that, dear devotees. So, these two things about Vaninada Patnaika and Avishranta Nāma, dependence on Guru and Nāma, which is a big release of loads from us. Sharanagati, dependence. And next one was, how is it better for a disciple? What kind of behavior is better for the disciple to have with Guru? Guru-disciple relationship should be based on Tattva. That's all. That's all, Mataji. That's all, the devotees. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you for putting up these 2 points that Sharanagati is Bhakta Mukhya Lakshana. And if we are not dependent on Guru and Krishna, we are like donkeys carrying the load. The other is that instead of dragging our Gurujanas, our seniors into our material platform, they are trying to raise us to their platform, so our focus should be there. So thank you very much for both the points, Mataji. Should we go? Dear devotees, anyone has any points, reflection, or question?
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Please accept my pranam. Thank you so much, Mataji. Like Jyotsna Mataji just compiled the points. They were all, everything today was so packed. I also really appreciated the point of mercy is flowing. And, we are saying, okay, I will take a little bit, I will come back, and I'll fill my bottle later. And we don't even understand that this mercy will solve everything. And we just have to cup our hands and just be under this mercy. But somehow the conditioning is so strong that we feel, oh, I need to solve everything, and then I will come and, become Krishna conscious. I don't know how that concept is there, but thank you for pointing that out, Mataji. Mataji, if you could please talk a little bit more about Avishranta Nāma. You spoke a little bit sort of in that direction even in the early morning katha today. So I was wondering if you could elaborate a little bit more, as for us what that means, and how do we get to that place?
Yeah, first thing is in the whole bhakti playground, we have to see in all the first thing is bhakti is Nama, Nama is bhakti. I have to come to that point. I have to come to that point. I have to see that reality. First of all, the whole Chaitanya Charitamrita is based on that. So that's the first thing. My bhakti, how is my Nama going on? That's how my bhakti is. So Harinama based bhakti will bring everything in bhakti, every anga of bhakti. Every anga of bhakti, everything in bhakti is automatically taken care of when the Nama is the priority. Means, how am I treating Nama? Based on that, all the angas of bhakti, they will be taken care of automatically. And this is the very thing, is the solution for all our miseries. And Kachatam Vismritam Ratnam Harinama Aho Dukkam. Such, we go through so many miseries, we try, we run here and there. It's not a pleasant situation to go through the miseries, on top of that, running here and there to try to fix it, getting disheartened. All of this, even when we are doing bhakti. Bhakti is about what kind of mentality am I carrying inside. It's not so much about am I dressing like a devotee, am I talking like, not the externals. How am I dressing? How am I talking? And with who am I? Two devotees coming. What is the topic? Bhakti, as long as it is external like that, the misery will continue to stay inside. There's no surprise. Bhakti has to get internal, and Nama is the one that gets the Bhakti internal. And once the direction is changed to internal with the help of Nama, then that's when the journey begins. So that's the starting point. We have to come to that platform. So here and 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 here, 24/7 about the glories of the Nama. How holy name is everything. We tend to think there is material life, there is spiritual life. That is foolish. There is nothing material about a devotee. We tend to think like that. And the misery is only because we are not with Krishna. How will the miseries go away when I run around putting Krishna aside? So we have to hear Mataji. So the first point is here that the whole bhakti is so much dependent, 95%. I think Prabhupada said 99%. It depends upon the Nama. How are we treating Nama, the Nam Seva? That we have to hear. Foremost point. And otherwise dependence will not come. At the most, bhakti will go on with abhasa, goodness bhakti. The whole life can go on. Institutionally, socially, bhakti can go on in abhasa. Dependence comes only when we depend on the Nama. Only from there the dependence comes. So Sharanagata bhakti starts on depending on the Nama. That we have to hear. And second point is, then how does that dependence happen? It's not an overnight thing. We continue to hear and the Nama. And when we are prayerful and persistent in hearing and doing according to what we are hearing with that persistent prayerful mood, then whatever we are hearing will start to make more sense to us. And we will start to perceive as our time. At least we should know also this is what Shravanam means. And this is what I should be hearing. again and again and again and again. It takes time for these samskaras to form within, especially when our moods are so thick. And this is where the significance of Krama Shuddhi Shravana Dasa comes. Repeatedly with continuity, continuously repeatedly, here and here and here, with prayerful mood, then the samskaras go deep and the mercy will make the changes. That's all, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Hari Hari. So, yes, ma'am. She will go for the shloka.
Yes. Thank you, Vrindarani Mataji, for the question, and thank you, Mataji, for clarifying that. We'll go for the shloka.